Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Welcome into Foul or Flop, the preeminent sports debate show where we debate the hottest topics in soccer. Topic number one, will the Kroenkes be redeemed as owners if Arsenal wins a championship? Start the clock. The answer is yes, they will be redeemed. If Arsenal had a Premier League title, the Kroenkes trophy case looks a little bit like this. You have a Rams Super Bowl. You have an Avalanche Stanley Cup. If Nikola Jokic keeps doing his thing, you'll have an NBA title. You already have an MLS Cup, and you're going to add a Premier League title? Sign me up as saying that this is the greatest ownership in sports. Can they buy the Rockies? We need more Kroenke. They are great at hiring executives. You look at Les Snead with the Rams, Porg Smith, Calvin Booth, Joe Sakic. Look at coaches, Arteta, Mike Malone, Robin Fraser. The list goes on. These guys know what they're doing. They set up their cities for success and they deliver titles. If you want a parade, if you want to celebrate, if you want the swag that says champions on it, you want the Kroenkes involved with your team.
I'll give it to you, Mitch. That was interesting at least. But you're completely wrong. How are you going to tell me the Kroenkes are a good ownership? They don't invest into their squad. They don't do anything for this community. The ownership doesn't just go as far as championships and what else you want the trophy case to look like. Arsenal is one team. They have put Denver through suffering for a long time. They're barely going to be able to win a championship with Nikola Jokic after what, 20, 30 years? That's insane. How long did the Rapids suffer before they were able to get to the place where they are now? The Colorado Avalanche is the only winning franchise they had for the longest time. Look, ask the people of St. Louis, are they good owners? They took out a beloved team out of their city and they left them in ruins with a stadium that they don't even use. I love you, Mitch. You're a great person, but that take is asinine and it was completely wrong.
Wow. Strong words from Yahir here. Next topic. Should Jesse Marsch be the next head coach of the U.S. men's national team?
I'll take that one this time. And the answer is very simple. Yes. Jesse Marsch has a track record of being a good coach. See what he's done in the U.S. He is the Ted Lasso we are all looking for. So you're going to tell me you don't want Ted Lasso as your head coach? I love Ted Lasso, and Jesse Marsch is exactly that, but with some actual football knowledge. Jesse Marsch is going to bring so much competitives to this U.S. squad. Look what he did with Leeds. He didn't get enough times with them. He was in the Premiership, the Premier League in the world, coaching one of the best squads. He was able to bring three Americans to the Premier League. Before that, how many did you have? Tim Ream, Abraham, Christian Pulisic, great players, but not like the ones that he had on his squad. He should be the USMNT coach because he's amazing. He will motivate the guys, and he will bring the US World Cup championship, and not if it's going to hurt me because the Mexico team doesn't have one.
My rebuttal here, no, I do not want him anywhere near this national team. You said he had a top team in the Premier League. They are 1 point clear of relegation. 1 point clear of relegation. They are actually a bottom team. He has not found success at a high level. And now you want to hand him over what is easily the U.S.'s best chance at a World Cup? You want to put him in the hands of a guy who has yet to find success anywhere? No, thank you. No, thank you. If you're comparing him to Ted Lasso's team, were they even that good? No, we don't need a character. We don't need to just pick up the next available unemployed American. We can actually make a real informed decision and get a real soccer mind to lead this team to where it needs to go. Give me a Thierry Henry. Give me someone who has actually won at the highest of levels. All right, moving on. Last topic for the day. Relegation in the MLS. Start the clock. Get it out of here. We don't need it. We don't want it. You know why all this money is pouring into the MLS? You know why teams are selling for almost $500 million? Why it costs so much to get into this league? Because once you are in, you are in. Is it a different format than other leagues in the world? Yes. Do the final standings matter as much? No, because you get into the playoffs and you fight for a cup. You don't need to worry about relegation. More money comes in, more players will come in because they can come to a Charlotte, they can come to a Houston, they can come to a Vancouver, and they don't have to worry about getting sold off again if their club finishes last place and gets dropped down to a lower league. This is stability for ownership. This is stability for fans. This is stability for players. And it is the way that the MLS butts its way into the top leagues in the world.
Relegation is a staple of football. It's what every league around the world does. Why? It makes it interesting. It makes it for no, it doesn't matter if your team is good or not good anymore. You're fighting to stay at the very top. And let's say you do go to the second division. Now you're fighting to get to the top. It makes those underdog stories that Americans love, that we all crave. It makes it that much sweeter when you can say, yeah, I came from the second, the third, or the fourth division, and I made it to the top. It makes it for fans to be invested in their teams. It makes for the stadiums to be full. Don't Americanize a sport that's been around for ages and has made us all love it. Relegation should be in the MLS because it makes us all happy. It makes it for every game actually means something. And if it doesn't mean something, what's the point? Playoffs are great, don't get me wrong. But relegation should be the way that American sports goes because that's what a football is.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Yahir, Vazquez, I'm Mitch Carroll, and this has been Foul or Flop.